Hello, viewers. This is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series, and so far it looks like we've got White Weenie versus I don't really know yet. We haven't seen enough of his deck to know for sure. Fortified Village, he might be playing Naya Midrange, but he's played a Traverse the Ulvenwald so far, Deathcap Cultivator. The other side, as you would expect from a Weenie deck, has made quite the army early. Expedition Envoy, Dragon Hunter, Kithian. So, if it is Naya midrange, and we'll just call him that for now, uh, he's going to be taking some damage early on here. Now, the best possible situation for White Weenie would be to get another mana so that he could attack all in and pay for Kithian to be indestructible should he need to. And then if he doesn't, having a Knight of the White Orchid in hand would be really good. Well, actually not so good since that would mean he'd be at 3 land and he'd be at 2. But really at that point, oh, okay, so no land, so he's only going in with the pair of 2/1s and not Kithian. He's protecting him. And I was gonna say, unless he really needs that mana dork, I would block to start knocking out some of his creatures as best as you can. Town Gossip Monger. Now would be the time to kill Kithian if you can. I mean, something as simple as a Fiery Impulse would be great, but oh, Radiant Flames for 3. Never mind. Going for a board clear. And that might spell the doom of the White Weenie deck. They don't typically bounce back well from board clears. Knight of the White Orchid, he missed his land drop, so he's behind, so that gets him another land. Throbbing Inspector, that'll get him a clue token, which can help him rebound from losing all of his creatures by letting him draw an extra card. And another Deathcap Cultivator. And Oath of Nissa. Hopefully he finds something a little bit exciting. I mean, he's sitting on 5 mana at the moment, thanks to the Cultivator. And a Mountain. Not really that exciting, but then again, next turn, if he plays his Mountain, that'll be 6 mana that he can play with, and he can throw down some very big and nasty things with 6 mana. Or something as simple as a Sylvan Advocate would be really helpful here, because 6 land turns it into a 4/5 Vigilance, and Knight of the White Orchid isn't so scary when you've got a 4/5 that can block it for free, basically. He's only scary when your blocker is small like Deathcap Cultivator. And going straight to combat, attacking all out. Honestly, I would just take the damage here to keep the Cultivator. Okay, so he's blocking Throbbing Inspector. And it's a trade. And another Knight of the White Orchid. And he's still behind, so it gets him another land. And nothing else to play, so most likely end of turn he's going to pop that clue token. Gideon Ally of Zendikar. The problem with that is you only have one blocker versus two attackers, and those attackers can eat him without taking any damage from him. So, end of turn, White Weenie popped the clue token. Now he's up to 4 cards and 4 mana. 5 mana and 3 cards, so he can play everything in his hand, possibly all of it. Ooh, Always Watching. That is a really good card for Knight of the White Orchid. Now they're both 3/3 first strike vigilance. So now, usually White Weenie doesn't have defense, but thanks to Always Watching, now he does. And his creatures are actually pretty nasty. So Chump Block Knight with the Knight token. Gideon takes 3 damage and goes down to 1. Anointer of Champions second main phase. And passing the turn. Now would be a really good time for another Radiant Flames. Or Nahiri. Exiling the Always Watching. That is incredibly helpful. Though Gideon and Nahiri are most likely going to die next turn. Oh, Deathcap Cultivator. Now he's got 2 blockers versus 3 possible attackers. And most likely Anointer isn't going to attack because the board isn't open, and now that his Always Watching is gone, it can't buff itself in the middle of combat. So 2 cards in hand. White Weenie, like I said the last time, I'm pretty sure he could play everything in his hand. Ooh, Griff's Boon. That's a really good way of getting past blockers. Now he's a 3/2 flying first strike. And going face. Anointer makes him a 4/3, so that'll be 4 damage. So Naya's down to 10. But I have to admit, I was expecting him to kill off one of these planeswalkers, probably Gideon. Okay, exiling the Knight, since it was tapped. Nahiri's dead. The bad news is that Griff's Boon went to the graveyard, so White Weenie can get it back. Ooh, another Nahiri. And things are looking a lot like White Weenie is not going to make it through this game. And Nahiri exiles the Anointer of Champions. Though I just realized Naya is out of cards. He's top decking now. But he does have a pretty good situation. He still has his Gideon. Nahiri's still alive for now. He's got 3 creatures on the board that can block, though none of them can block a flyer. Oh, and he concedes the whole match. I guess he was done trying to fight this deck. It's unfortunate. I was actually kind of hoping to see a second match because that was actually a pretty damn good fight. But unfortunately, he conceded the whole match instead of just the game, so I'm going to have to end the video there. That was Naya Midrange versus White Weenie, and if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.